Hey there, before we start, I have a few disclaimers. Number 1, this video is only about the protagonists of Art 2 that got their own book. Therefore, please don't get mad at me for missing a character, like Umber or Carnelian or Kinkajou, when I really just want to talk about these 5 that had a point of view. So that will include Moon, Winter, Peril, Turtle, and Qibli. Please note that the more comments I get begging for a certain character, the less likely I will to be making a video for the Arc 1 characters. It just takes the fun out of making these videos. Number 2, this video is only meant for comedy, which means that nothing in it is supposed to be taken seriously. It's also not supposed to be an actual summary of the characters. So if you're actually hoping to learn about Wings of Fire or the characters within it, I recommend you check the wiki or read the books. Number 3, there will be spoilers for the entire series up to Book 10, Darkness of Dragons. If you haven't read those books and still watch the video, let it be known that it is not my fault. You did this to yourself, my peeps. And finally, 4, just because I poke fun at or diss the characters does not mean I don't like them, nor does it mean I somehow hate Wings of Fire. I love the series, but you can find the flaws and poke fun at something without disliking it. With that said, let's get into the video. Hello men's, femmes, thems, and toasters. It is Ultimate here, ready for another summary video where people constantly ignore the disclaimers and tries to find the tiniest thing wrong with it instead of just enjoying something that's entirely meant for comedy. Does it sound like I'm kind of tired of this? Because I am. Anyway, why don't we start with the main character of Moon Rising, Moonwatcher herself. The fandom seems split on whether she's a Mary Sue or not, but regardless of opinion, one thing's for sure. She's a shy, anxious mess who every introvert can relate to, and uses her quiet persona as an excuse to lie to the only dragons that actually enjoy her company, like the true introvert she is. I'd say that she's justified in lying about the fact that she can read minds to her friends because she was worried about people not liking her based on her mother's forcing her insecurities on her, but seriously, if you can look into someone's head, why can't you figure out if they like you or not? She often tries to be a good friend to Kinkajou, but ends up butchering it when she second-guesses herself for the millionth time. Winter is the stereotypical spoiled rich brat with daddy issues, and mommy issues. Honestly, everyone that could possibly be related to him, or just happens to glance his way, seems to be a target for his icy glare. Pun absolutely intended, and I will not take it back. The only one that he's even sort of nice to is the black dragon who's been sneaking behind his back, who he totally has the hots for, but is passed up by his polar opposite, a sandwing. Sadly, as of right now, Moon's giving him the cold shoulder. At least he has a conscience, unlike his crazy sister, but that doesn't count for much in a tribe when you are trained to murder from the moment you're hatched. He's a very unique Icewing, especially with his coloring. Whoever would think an Icewing could be light blue or white? It's such a cool color scheme, and you can't tell me to make a segment about an Icewing and not have a bunch of terrible snow puns, so just chill. It's required. Now let's welcome Peril, everyone's favorite brainwashed psychopath. After she was stolen from her mother, forced to use the power she can't control to kill countless innocent dragons for no reason except her adoptive mother's amusement, and was forced to go head-to-head with the one dragon who was ever nice to her, people still somehow wonder why she turned out this way. She's extremely awkward and usually can't form a coherent sentence that doesn't have the word murder in it, which is extremely relatable. After a Mudwing didn't scream at her to go away that one time, he became her crush. Unfortunately for her, he's way too dumb to find it out on his own, and Peril is way too hopelessly socially awkward to tell him straight up. Stop your frantic typing on the keyboard. I know he knows about it. Just shush, it's for comedy. Fortunately, Starflight is nice enough to subtly sneak it into the conversation, and that clears things right up. Ah, Turtle, the literal embodiment of I just want to go home. His extreme lethargy and cowardly nature has often been likened to Fathom, and it's not too hard to see why. I mean, Fathom had a future-telling Nightwing friend, a future-telling mind-reading Animus hybrid friend, and a purple SeaWing girlfriend. Turtle has a crush on a Rainwing. It's totally the same thing, y'all. Our little green SeaWing friend has animus magic, which he uses to make incredible, mind-blowing inventions, like slates that you can write on that only work one way, or coral that helps you find what you've lost, and also happens to jab you until you physically poke said thing you were looking for. Truly, these are revolutionary items, and not just lame plot devices at all. And finally, The SeaWing jokester with a wonderful fashion trend that literally saved the continent. Qibli is our final point of view, and as he faces off against his crime lord grandfather in an epic showdown where he tries to be brave and relives all his horrific abusive memories and talks to his mother who neglected him all his life, this is a character that will truly be remembered. Funny how the smartest dragons are always the one with the least amount of self-esteem. Let's see. Turtle doesn't think very much of himself. Turtle is a genius confirmed. Anyway, back to Qibli. Our little freckled SeaWing friend is so smart that he can figure out that his mother was planning to assassinate his queen, but apparently not smart enough to realize that the hot Nightwing he's crushing on likes him back. Funny how that works, huh? Now, I don't want to throw too much shade on him, since Darkstalker already did that when he scooped him up and shoved him in a cave. But I'm hoping that someday he can get out of his cluttered brain and, do something useful. That is it for today's summary video, everyone. Hope you enjoyed, and let me know what kind of videos you'd like next. Ultimate out.